Morning, 4:37. Checking farm news now this morning. Weekly crop progress and condition numbers weren't market movers as expected. Now, here they are. Trade was expecting 96%. We're at 95% corn planted in the U.S. Minnesota, 99, South Dakota, 96, and North Dakota at 90% planted, all ahead of average. Emergence is at 84% for the U.S., 79 is average. Minnesota is 95, South Dakota 77, and North Dakota 59% emerged. That's about average. Soybean plantings for the U.S., 71%, 70 is average. Minnesota is 94, 74 is average. South Dakota 76%, 67 is average. And North Dakota at 75%, 61 is average for the soybeans. U.S. emergence of beans at 49%, 45 is average. Minnesota's at 74, South Dakota 42, and 32 is average. North Dakota is an impressive 39% planted, 25% is average. As far as sunflowers, they're way ahead of the 29% average at 49% planted. North Dakota up to 55, and South Dakota only 12% planted for sunflowers. South Dakota way behind. Winter wheat condition ratings were unchanged from a week ago, much improved, though, over last year. Earlier last week, the Environmental Protection Agency angered many by the release of their much-anticipated Waters of the U.S. proposed rule update. Reactions swift and mostly negative, not just from farmers, but from lawmakers, too.
I think that the time for trusting the EPA is long past, and that's not, I don't mean to say anything disparaging about Gina McCarthy personally, but the bureaucracy itself. Anytime you create a rule that's that broad and that open-ended, you leave too many things open for different interpretations down the road. We're seeing that a lot with this administration. The executive branch doing what they say the legislative branch wouldn't do, as though that's some sort of a license for them to do what they're doing. The reality is the failure to act by the legislative branch is an action. It is definitive in its own right. The Clean Water Act is more clear, frankly, than this rule is, and the whole point of the rule is to clarify the Clean Water Act. Congress will have to prescribe a much more specific definition. Unfortunately, with the growth of the executive branch and with the growing influence and in my view, overreach of the executive branch, it forces Congress to be more prescriptive in its legislation. I don't think anybody wants Congress micromanaging the government, but in light of what's happened lately, we're probably going to have to get a little more specific.
And North Dakota's Senate delegation working on appropriations bills to prevent the rule from affecting farmers if it survives court challenges.
This is a non-starter. So I expect that there's going to be lawsuits, and those lawsuits will be filed. I'm sure there will be requests for preliminary injunctions to stop this from going into force. Senator Hoeven is working through the Appropriations Committee. Congress needs to do what they should do, which is say this rule is unworkable in the real world, and we need to figure out what we're going to do to change it. And I told the administrator yesterday when I talked to her, I said, when our initial mile-high view of this rule is that no state will have a greater impact than North Dakota, and that's unacceptable.
Turning to bird flu now, it's back big time. After nearly 2 weeks without a new incident, last Friday, USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service confirmed bird flu in 15 additional flocks during the course of the week in Minnesota and Iowa. Most expected the spread of the virus to slow because of warmer weather. But as of Monday afternoon, total number of 8,355,732 birds have been euthanized across Minnesota, hitting 103 farms in 23 different counties. Money lost to the bird flu in Minnesota now estimated to top $300 million. And it's not just turkey farmers who are affected. The trickle down is hurting a wood recycling company in Faribault. Reporter John Lauritsen shows us how the business is feeling the heat and why it fears the county may shut it down.
We process about 3.5 million pounds on a given month.
Before the bird flu hit in March, business at BioWood Processing in Faribault was soaring. In fact, they could barely keep up. Now they go to work knowing each day could be their last.
This is the wood that's brought in, and after it's recycled, it looks like this. It's turned into bedding for turkeys. But over the past 6 weeks, BioWood has lost nearly $100,000.
And that's because one of its biggest clients, Genio, currently has no need for turkey bedding.
When you kind of go from that to nothing, it hurts.
With thousands of birds killed, Genio and other clients are trying to get back on track. That's put BioWood in a tough spot. They have an agreement to pick up wood from companies, recycle it, and ship it to others who need bedding for farm animals. But without much to ship these days, the wood is piling up, yet they have to keep picking it up.
If your garbage man stopped for the next 3 months to pick it up, you know, you couldn't have that. These facilities actually depend on us every day to pick up.
And now Rice County says BioWood is violating its conditional use permit by how they are storing the excess wood.
We went to them before this and said, hey, you know, we're going to be in trouble. The turkey industry is in trouble. And basically, you know, we haven't got a lot of response or a lot of help out of them.
And it's scary. It is scary to be under that kind of stress on a day-to-day basis.
BioWood is hoping business comes back before all 16 employees are left looking for work.
Everybody's worried about it. I mean, what are they going to do? You know, if the county tries to shut us down, what are they going to do for a job? You know, what are their families going to do for a job?
Others suffering financially from poultry bird flu include feed mills, the trucking industry, and of course, turkey processing facilities. The largest Minnesota farm to be hit by bird flu is Rembrandt Enterprises Egg Farm in Renville. It is temporarily laying off 39 full-time employees. All 2 million chickens there were killed. It had to destroy 5.5 million chickens on its Rembrandt, Iowa farm after bird flu turned up there. Rembrandt Enterprises is owned by Glenn Taylor, who also owns the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Star Tribune of Minneapolis. In North Dakota, some good news. The State Board of Animal Health has lifted quarantines that have been in place in Dickey and Lemoore counties. Quarantines restricted the movement of poultry and poultry products in the control zones, 6-mile radiuses around the infected premises. Statewide bird movement to shows, exhibitions, and public sales, though, is still halted until further notice. That's in North Dakota. All right, it's 4:44. Right after the break, come back, check the radar. Where are those storms at? And the forecast for farming.